help me welcome to the stage Dinos Bakalis. Thank you.
Kalimera. How are you guys? Excited like I am? Because so far, the speakers impressed me. Do you agree? Congratulations to all the speakers. I was reading in a Telegram group that we have while they were introducing themselves, but I didn't expect this. And especially the Alex, man, you scared me a little bit. I'm going to talk about technology, but you, man, managed to scare me. So welcome to Athens Nomads Fest. Before I start, I would like to congratulate the organizers. I know how difficult it is to put together an event like this, and so far they managed to put together an amazing event. So a round of applause to Dimitris, Marcos, who's not here, Lotus, and Masa, I don't know where they are, and of course the volunteers, and the MC of the event, Anthony, the MC. So, like Anthony said, I'm Konstantinos Bakalis. I'm from Rhodos. Who's been to Rhodos? Ah, nice. I was talking earlier with Lotus, and I said that we need to invite more nomads to Rhodos. It's the perfect place to be a nomad, the perfect, in my opinion. So most of the time, I live in Rhodos because my family is there. Like Anthony said, I'm a very happy husband and a very blessed father. I have 3 daughters. And one of the things that impressed me today is that most of the audience here are women. And it's not so common that in a business environment or a conference, the majority is women. So congratulations for stepping up and doing what you do for yourself and for your families. So what is my goal today? I want to share with you my passion, which is Web3 technology and metapreneurship. Earlier, I think somebody asked, who is an entrepreneur here? So I want to ask the same thing. Who is an entrepreneur? Okay. Simon Sinek has given a definition about entrepreneur. Who is an entrepreneur? An entrepreneur is someone who wants to improve things. So all of us are entrepreneurs. We might be solopreneurs, intrapreneurs, entrepreneurs, or metapreneurs. And this is what I'm going to address today. This is what I'm going to share with you. And this is how I like to define myself, like a metapreneur. Someone who is doing business by using all the cutting-edge technologies that allow us to perform better and expand our business or our venture. I'm coming from a generation, you don't need to focus on the slides. This is an ebook that I have created, and I'm going to share with all of you. Actually, I'm not going to share it. I'm going to give you access to it. And I'm going to do it in a Web3 decentralized way, because this is what we want to demonstrate today, how things can be done in a Web3 world. So I'm coming from a generation that grew up without the luxury of internet or a personal computer, or we were just playing on the fields, and the only communication between us and our family was the sunset. This is when we knew that we need to go back home. There was no mobile phones, there were no ways to communicate rather than this. So when I discovered internet, I was totally shocked and impressed. I was so fascinated that I was trying to find a way to step into this new thing that is coming to our lives. I knew that it's going to shape everything, it's going to change everything. But I didn't know how to do it. So at the end, I became a user, like all of us. And especially this audience is not just a user, but you are, living, actually, your life by using internet, correct? So after a while, after a few decades, when somebody talked to me about blockchain, I start to dig in the internet to try to find out what is this about. And a TEDx speech came under my attention, and this is what inspired me to go into Web3, blockchain, and crypto. And I will separate crypto from Web3 and blockchain because it's needed to be done, because Web3 and blockchain is not crypto. Crypto is just a small part of a huge industry. So don't abscond, and I highly recommend you all, if you want to find more about blockchain technology, is an author and public speaker, and you can really take out valuable information about blockchain technology and how it will change the world. The thing that he said and really inspired me to stand up and try to find ways to get involved, he said that blockchain is going to change the world 10 times more than the internet did. And what we experience here today is how the world changed with internet. Nomads is a movement, correct? You brought to the world a new lifestyle, a new way to do business, a way to live your life free. And this happened because of the internet. And this is what internet changed that 50 years ago we could not imagine. It was impossible to be in Vietnam and run your business in 10 other countries or in 3 other continents, correct? It was impossible to enjoy the sun of Athens or the energy of Acropolis and still working remotely. So imagine now how the world will be in 10 years by using the blockchain technology. And we are not speaking about something that will come. It's already here. But it happened in the same way that happens with all the innovations, disruptions. The masses realize years later. I like to say that Web3 is a blue ocean. So blue ocean is a business situation that creates new space in a market and creates opportunities to growth, to ventures, to profitability. And Web3 is exactly a situation like this. Because with the technologies and the tools that Web3 is bringing to business, there is a vast opportunities of creating new ventures, of building new businesses, of expand the innovation and make our life easier. And what is changing is actually that we are moving from a centralized use of internet to a decentralized model. We are moving from the internet as we know it, where there is a censorship, where the power is centered in a few people, in a few platforms around the world, to a more decentralized model, a more user-centric model that allows to everyone to access, to participate, to profit. For me, Nomads is the perfect example to explain Web3 and what it means a decentralized world. You are all working online, correct? We are all working online. So every minute of the day, every second of the day, we are creating data. We are creating a digital footprint, correct? Every single second. All we do is online. So all this data had to be stored somewhere. The thing is that the place that our data is stored is controlled from an entity, from a third part. Somebody has access. And some of them, not say all of them, are using those data. Wherever you are using a social platform like Facebook, Instagram, or X, or you are using a cloud service like, I don't know, iCloud or Drive or whatever, your data is being used. What if your data could be stored without anyone could have access to it, without anyone could control it? Would that be a big difference? Would you feel more protected? Would you feel more secure? Of course. And this is one of the examples, because there are a lot of applications that I'm going to explain in a few minutes that can be used already today, not only for data storage. But let me separate crypto from everything else, which for me is something very important to do. So most of the people who learn or know about blockchain, they know it because of Bitcoin, correct? Who is familiar with crypto and blockchain and Web3? Okay. So most of you started by knowing Bitcoin, or somebody told you about Bitcoin or about the crypto, correct? But blockchain and Web3 is not only Bitcoin. It's more beyond that. It started with Bitcoin by creating a peer-to-peer transaction system by Satoshi Nakamoto, a guy or a team of people, we don't know. But eventually it evolved. After that, protocols like Ethereum, where you can build smart contracts, came. Then Solana, Polkadot, which improved a lot the scalability and the speed. And then smart contracts arrived, NFTs, decentralized autonomous organizations. So there is a whole world of tools that are based on the blockchain technology and not just crypto. And I'm saying that because I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not a crypto advisor. I don't care if you are holding or are not holding crypto. This is relevant, totally. What is in my interest is that I can share with people what Web3 is bringing to our lives and which are the applications that we can use to make our lives better. Let's see a few applications. I know that you all do daily transactions, correct? You store your money somewhere, in a bank, probably. Some of you lend or you borrow money. Some of you trade. But until today, if you want to do one of those things, you need to use a third party. It was mentioned before, like eToro, or like, you need to go to a bank. We have today platforms like Uniswap, Aave, Compound, where you can do all of these things based on a smart contract. So there is no central entity, there is no one controlling the transactions. It's all executed from a smart contract. Non-fungible tokens. Who has heard about NFTs? Okay, nice. A lot of you. So we are living in a digital world. And we have assets on the cloud. Correct? It can be art, it can be documents, it can be an asset, but when it's digital, it's on the cloud. So how can you prove ownership on that asset? You can do that through Web3 application by holding an NFT. And actually, we have prepared something for all of you. So when you go out and you want, you can fill a form. You don't need to give email. You don't need to give any of your personal details if you want just your first name. And you're going to download a non-custodial wallet. And what we need is just your address of that wallet, nothing else. And Athens Nomad Fest, powered and supported from Hivetech, has created an anniversary NFT, so you have something to keep it with you and remember the day that you was here in that event. It's just a very small, simple demonstration of the technology and how it can be used and in what ways we can use it. So, DAOs, which actually is something that I believe you would really like. Nomads is a global community, correct? I think Dimitris told me that you, based on a research of 2022, it was like 35 million around the world. 40? That's a huge number. So how do you put together all that community and allow them to participate and join the community by voting or co-deciding about next moves you want to do? With a decentralized autonomous organization, you can do that from the safety of your wallet without even giving your information. You use your address, and you can join the voting, and you can be part of the decision making. Or you can address a proposal. And that's also that is also something that blockchain technology allows us to do. And of course, many more, because it is not only about communities like Nomads. It can be about an organization. It can be a venture, a business, whatever. Of course, we have the decentralized applications. For example, on the Ethereum network, developers can build applications. Like I told you earlier, you want to store your data, you can use Emprolab, for example. They have nodes where all the information is crunched into small pieces and stored in different nodes. And then when you want to retrieve the information, it puts it all together again and gives you the information. And of course, there are applications like Uport and Civic, where you can manage your identity decentralized without giving any further information that you don't want to share. A few words about the technology adoption, because it's important to understand at what stage of this technology we are now, and we will later compare it with the internet. Okay, so it looks like all the innovations, all the new technologies are going through a process that is called the technology adoption curve. In the beginning, there are only a few people who adopt a new technology. It's like those people who bought the first iPhone. Do you remember? They were waiting for, I don't know, 2 nights outside of the App Store to buy the first iPhone. Those are the innovators. They don't know the technology. They don't know what is inside. But they want to, be one step ahead. And this is only 2.5% of the population. And after, we have the early adopters. Those who are getting the advantage from the innovators and join and start to using a new technology. And then we move off to the early majority and the late majority. And of course, at the end, the laggards are coming. So, for example, today, internet is already at the late majority. It's only a few people who are not using it. I don't know anyone, but maybe there are a few. When we are talking about blockchain, we are still in the early adopters, at the very early stage of this technology. And that means opportunities. There are 5 phases that every technology needs to go through. And here is a nice comparison between internet and blockchain. Okay, of course, in the beginning, there is skepticism, like it was with internet. I believe that, I don't know, I see a lot of young people here, so you might don't know that there were people that say, why do you need internet? Why you need a personal computer? No, that technology won't work. Yeah, there were people saying that officially. Like today, people are saying Bitcoin will go to 0. Man, that's just not going to happen. Blockchain is here, and it will stay forever. Then we have growth and awareness. You remember all late 90s for those who were here back then, okay? What happened with the dot-com bubble? Because they started with the technology, the market was not ready, so it collapsed. But it's okay, nothing happened. When the technology is good and when it's solving a problem, then it evolves and eventually it goes, it reaches a place where it's used from the masses. So then we need to go through to the infrastructure development, mainstream adoption, like it's internet right now. Blockchain is not yet. We are a little bit before that. But I'm telling you, it's coming. And you are using applications that actually have this technology under the application you are using, there is blockchain technology, but we don't know it. A lot of banks are using blockchain technology. And then is the last part, which is maybe the most tricky, is the regulatory and legal frameworks. Internet had to overcome a lot of challenges from regulatory and legal frameworks, and the same is for blockchain. There is a lot of things to be done, but eventually we will be there. So I saw that I have only, I'm done, okay? So before I close my presentation, I would like to say that I heard before some questions about AI and some worries that you have, and it's totally understandable. I want to say something that I like to share with the people I talk about Web3, AI, or any technology, that technology is neutral. It's not good or it's not bad. It's a mirror that reflects the ethics and the values and the intentions of the people who are using it or performing it. So I believe it's more a matter of a mindset that we're going to create in order to use the technology in the correct way. It's not if the technology is good or bad. It cannot be good or bad. It's not created for that. It's created to be used. And we are going to be those who are going to use the technology. So let's work on building the correct mindset so we are prepared and ready how to make the technology perform in the best way and be at human service. Because at the end, this is what we all need. Set the technology in our service. It was a pleasure sharing with you about my passion, about metapreneurship. I hope that I managed to trigger your curiosity a little bit or a little bit more so you can go deeper into it. We have a kiosk outside where you can come, you can scan a QR code. That will give you a link that provides you access to, Nikos, what we have created, what we have done. Yeah, it will provide you access to our Discord. You don't need to use your name, your email. We don't want to put a censorship on your data. We just want to give you access to that ebook that you just saw. And of course, we want to share with you a really nice anniversary NFT that we have created so you can remember that beautiful day, that beautiful Saturday that you spent in this room. Thank you very much.
I'm actually not going to time it. 5 minutes for questions. Yeah, that wouldn't work so well.
Hello, I'm Sergio. I'm from Greece.
Hello, Sergio.
I have a question, maybe basic, but I just want to understand. So basically, the World Wide Web, which is what we call the internet, has versions which is Web 1, Web 2, Web 3, right? And you're talking about Web 3. We know that the internet, the way that we experience it, okay, is just the tip of the iceberg, because below the sea level, there's whatever is called either the deep or the dark web. Where is Web 3 positioned in that concept? Or is it just a functionality which basically decentralizes so that you have more privacy on whatever you do, whether it's NFTs or no matter what it is?
It's a great question, Sergio. Actually, it's more about the second part, what you said. So Web3 is just removing the censorship from Web 2. We all know how Web 2 ended up. I mean, it started like, we had the possibility to do things on the web, like posting or commenting. I'm talking after the Web 1, which was just reading something. Then suddenly you could share your content, you can go, chat, you can post a picture or whatever, correct? But eventually this ended up to some big entities. You can see Google or Facebook or Amazon or name it, who are collecting all those data and make millions out of it. So Web3 is coming to change that and say that you can do the same things. You can have a social platform that is not, it's not centralized. The servers don't belong to anyone, but all the platform, all the software is running from the blockchain. So different servers from around the world are running the program, and nobody has access to the full content. It's the same with the transactions. If you want to send money to another country, right now you need to use I don't know, a bank, or you need to use WeTransfer, or there are some platforms that do it, correct? But there are third parties. You need to rely on them to send your money.
So that means that blockchain is accessed through different browsers, or just the browsers that we normally use?
Yeah, the way that blockchain is working is that a software is working on a base of hundreds or thousands of servers that they don't know each other, but they are running the same software. So no one of them has control to your data or to your money or to whatever you are using this platform for.
Okay, so last question, guys.
Hi, Dino.
Hello.
This is Alejandro. Yeah.
Hola, Alejandro. How are you?
Fine, thank you. A complementation of the previous question, and regarding to the storage of the blockchains, the exchanges, and this more decentralized system. I bring the question today that the European Union, even United States, making digital cards, personal information, your vaccination, digital cards, and so on. So what are the difference? Creating a personal data, which will be an official or centralized citizen digital face, let's call it.
You are referring to a digital currency that is created from central banks?
Yeah, how it works, into what is the government or the European Union is creating, and with your personal blockchains, exchange, and storages.
No, I don't understand if you are referring to storage or to currencies, but more or less...
No currencies. I'm not talking about currencies. Current storage and transactions. I mean, if I change NFT or I store my data, and it's decentralized. Is really decentralized, or is observed also by the European Union?
Okay, I got your question. No, listen. Actually, when you run an application or on a blockchain, all the information is 100% decentralized. The way that the blockchain is working demands a number of servers or computers to work together to execute whatever is saving the data or sending the money or whatever is the thing that you ask from the software to do. But the way that the technology is doing that is in a way that nobody has control on the content. And there are already applications that you can use that are storing the data 100% decentralized.
So these are digital keys that you use for personal use?
Yeah, you have your own address, your keys that you have access to the information and nobody else have.
And who stores that data?
The servers.
Who owns the server?
It's a nice question. Just one thing. The servers belong to individuals. Anyone who has the code can join and run together the program.
Open source, you mean?
Yeah, open source, of course. There was one more question. If we can answer that, and we'll close after. Yeah. Yes, please.
One more question.
Allows us to utilize, because all the AI elements are part of the problem that we have with OpenAI is that unless you have an enterprise program, they're using your data information to retrain their AI agents, which we understand. But if you want to create something that is actually confidential, like in my case, health data, for example, can you use any kind of AI no-code app thing like Make to then connect to blockchain technology applications?
I am not aware if there is one, but I'm sure that I can search and let you know if there is. For sure there are, because there are already a lot of applications that can store your data in a decentralized way.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, it was a pleasure. Enjoy the rest of the event. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.